dark days of Nazi-occupied France to triumphant skies over Moscow. Feeling Normandy, Neman is the story of rebel pilots who said no to surrender, risking everything to join forces with the Soviets and carve out glory for liberated France. From icy escapes and deadly air battles to Brother Born of Vodka and Valor, this is not just a war movie. It's a thrilling saga of defiant sacrifice, enduring hope. Stick around as we unpack every twist, every battle, and the bittersweet victories that define these heroes. Imagine World War II at its bleakest. France is occupied, resistance is brutally punished, and those still fighting for freedom are scattered across Africa, feeling far from the fray. Fighter planes sit idle, and Vichy officers guard more paperwork than airspace. But in the hearts of a handful of French pilots burns the unyielding urge to keep fighting, even if that means dangerous escape attempts, braving prison, feeling, or crossing into Russia. That's where our story kicks off, a crew of determined men, each with a backstory filled with risk and resilience, itching to break free and fight again under the tricolor. Early on, we meet Benoit, Villemont, Du Bois, and others. They're resourceful, witty, feeling, sometimes playful, even in the face of 5 years hard labor for desertion. We see their covert plotting, feeling, whispering about Gibraltar, always called that word we mustn't say, haggling for boats, feeling, and longing to join up with free French forces anywhere they can, England, America, Russia, wherever they get the chance to fight for France. Feeling the group grows, each man carrying scars from earlier battles, some escaped occupied zones, others from prison or African outposts. The mission. Feeling, make it to Moscow, join the Soviets, and fly again. Feeling, the film punches up the tension and camaraderie in their gatherings, risky escapes, battered friendships, and dark humor. Feeling, the pilots joke about death being the doctor and how being ordered to die in French is more polite. Feeling, when they finally reach Russia after a nerve-wracking secret journey through Tehran. Feeling, they're greeted with snow squalls, an icy Russian baptism that tests their flying skills and nerves. The Russians, led by General Komarov and Colonel Sinitsyn, are wary but welcoming. Translator Castor bridges the language barrier, feeling, while everyone fumbles with the technical specs of Soviet Yak fighters, a whole new beast compared to what they're used to. That first winter is brutal. The men land with frozen feet and sleep on straw. The news gets grimmer. The Nazis occupy all of France. The free zone vanishes, feeling, and the French fleet is scuttled in Toulon, another devastating blow. But amidst all this, friendships form in shared hardship, feeling. Vodka flows for every downed Fritz, and personal rituals, like dividing a fallen pilot's belongings, help them cope with grief. The movie doesn't shy from these somber moments. We see the real pain behind each loss, feeling, tensions about inexperience, some of only VAF, the flying hours they claim, and the harsh reality to anyone captured is executed as a partisan, feeling, not protected as a POW. It's not long before their skills improve, and the squadron faces its first combat, a tense escort mission for Russian bombers, feeling, the stakes rise with every sortie, poor visibility, unfamiliar machines, and the ever-present threat of Messerschmitts overhead. Perrier dies early, feeling, burned badly after losing contact in bad weather, a gut punch that sets a grim tone for future losses. Every death brings heartbreak, anger, and a blunt lesson: survival is as important as victory, and reckless glory is a luxury that gets men killed. Yet, feeling, the urge to fight, the longing for just one go, drives them onward. As the Russians win at Stalingrad and push the Germans back at Orel, the Normandy pilots become essential to every offensive. Quick banner, intense card games can't mask the exhaustion. The fighting is relentless, losses are heavy, and every patrol feels like a suicide mission. Chardin scores a victory, his reward 100 gin of vodka and a mix of pride and fatalism. But tragedy shadows every success. Tarasenko, a beloved Russian ace, feeling, goes down in a miscommunication with the freeing to strained relations and finger-pointing. The ethics of war loom large. Who is truly at fault bear the consequences. Internal conflicts surface, too. As casualties mount and leadership shifts, Old wounds and new frustrations rear up. Who earned ribbons fighting the British becomes commander by order, not by popularity. Tension simmers between veterans and newcomers, feeling between those who escaped against orders and those who fought wherever they were told. The film dives deep into questions of obedience versus choice, feeling, heroics versus survival, a reflection of the larger war effort where no gifts never is the only guarantee. Reinforcements arrive, Lambert and Lafargue among them, bringing fresh hope and stronger squadrons. Training is grueling and accidents abound. Still feeling, the squadron builds its legend anew, charting victories and casualties with wry humor and cartoons in their records. But even as the war tips in Allied favor, feeling duty trumps rest on the eve of a promised leave to Moscow, orders come for a major offensive. France must escort Russian bombers over the Neman River, feeling the climactic battles are gut-wrenching. The squadron faces overwhelming odds. Enemy fighters outnumber them 4-1. Feeling. Flavier, now commander, makes the hard call: hold formation, resist the temptation to attack, and focus on returning alive. Prudence wins, and all pilots make it back, a decision that earns reluctant respect from Benoit. Feeling. Yet even this shows that heroism isn't always about risk and attack. Sometimes it's measured by strategy and survival. Feeling. The war's end brings both triumph and heartbreak. Colonel Sinitsyn is gravely wounded and sent to Moscow. Lemaitre, once starry-eyed, burned in a fiery crash. In an emotional moment, Lemaitre is told, as he fades away, that the Allies have landed in Normandy, his homeland, finally bringing hope and justification for every sacrifice. Through victory after victory, the Normandy Neman squadron pushes through Poland into Germany, racking up 188 kills and 200 missions, but loses 41 pilots along the way. The final scenes are bittersweet. Paris is liberated. The survivors gather, some heavier with loss, some euphoric with relief. Feeling. They receive Soviet honors, the Order of Lenin, the Red Banner, and with solemn ceremony, the regiment is officially named Normandy, Neman. Feeling, the film closes on unity and triumph, but never forgets the cost, missing friends and memories that will define them forever. Feeling, that's the incredible journey of the Normandy Neman pilots, men who risk everything to keep France and the world free. Feeling, forging legendary bonds with their Soviet counterparts. Their story is a tribute to courage, friendship, and the unyielding will to fight for what's right. Feeling, even when hope seems lost. If you felt inspired by this tale of resilience and brotherhood, feeling, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your favorite scene or share a moment that hit home. Don't forget to like, share with fellow history buffs, and subscribe for more epic story recaps. See you in the next video.